Every beginning of a year, it's the same thing. Agile is dead. Scrum is dead. The role of a Scrum Master is obsolete. This is what I want to focus on in this video. Let's investigate this premise together. Is the Scrum Master obsolete in 2025? Let's first start with the latest version of a Scrum Guide. It's clearly mentioned in the Scrum Guide 2020. Yeah, already 5 years since the latest version. We really need an update of the Scrum Guide, but that's for another video. So in the latest version of the Scrum Guide, it's clearly mentioned that the Scrum Master is not a job title. It's not a role. It's an accountability. Someone can play it in a Scrum team. A single person can have these accountabilities in the Scrum team, or multiple people. These accountabilities can be shared. So before going into the role of a Scrum Master or the job title of a Scrum Master, let's first look at the accountability itself. Straight off the bat, the Scrum Master accountability is not obsolete in 2025 simply because it's mentioned in the Scrum Guide. The Scrum Guide is immutable. You need to use it as per the book, as per the guide, if you want all the benefits of Scrum, the Scrum framework. If the Scrum Guide, the latest version, tells you that you need this Scrum Master accountability in order to have a Scrum team, it can't be obsolete. You have to have it. As simple as that. But what about a full-time Scrum Master? Someone with a job title of a Scrum Master, playing the role of a Scrum Master. So this person has the accountabilities of a Scrum Master and basically fulfilling these accountabilities full-time with a single Scrum team. Is this obsolete? Again, this is not what the Scrum Guide recommends. This is what most companies do. Is this way of implementing the Scrum framework obsolete? Let's be honest here. It's obvious that it's obsolete if the team is mature in terms of Scrum, in terms of agility. If all the other team members can share the Scrum Master accountability, obviously you don't need a full-time Scrum Master. What would this person even do in the team? And that's the key point here. Scrum maturity. And the reverse is also true. If a team is extremely mature, you have to have a full-time Scrum Master to fulfill these accountabilities because no one else in the team can do it. What are these accountabilities? What does the Scrum Master do in a team? Two basic things. The Scrum Guide mentions a lot of things: helping the team, helping the product owner, helping the rest of the organization. We're going to go through all these things very soon. But first, there's two main goals of a Scrum Master in a team: supporting the team in implementing the Scrum framework as per the latest version of the Scrum Guide, and helping the team be more effective. If a team can do both these things without a full-time Scrum Master, the Scrum Master role is obsolete for this team. They can do other things that we'll talk about later on in this video, but for this team, they clearly don't need a full-time Scrum Master. Now, as per the Scrum Guide 2020, the Scrum Master also serves the Scrum team in several ways, including coaching the team members in self-management and cross-functionality, helping the team focus on creating high-value increments that meet the definition of done, causing the removal of impediments, ensuring that all Scrum events take place are positive, productive, and kept within the time box. So answer this question for your team. Is there someone that can do all these things in the team? Developers, product owner. If yes, you don't need a Scrum Master. If no, you need a Scrum Master. If partly, maybe you need a part-time Scrum Master that can support multiple teams. Again, the goal of a Scrum Master is to move a team in a direction where in a few months they become obsolete because the team can do these things themselves without the Scrum Master. If the Scrum Master is not striving towards this direction to make themselves obsolete in the team, they are not doing their job right because the maturity of the team is not increasing. We already talked about that a mature team doesn't need a Scrum Master, a full-time Scrum Master, They just need people having these accountabilities, shared accountabilities. That's why a Scrum Master, a full-time Scrum Master joining a new team, their goal is to ensure that in a few months, they are no longer needed because the team can handle these accountabilities themselves. helping find techniques for effective product goal definition, product backlog management, helping the Scrum team understand the need for clear and concise product backlog items, helping establish empirical product planning for a complex environment, facilitating stakeholder collaboration as requested or needed. Can the team do all these things? If yes, you don't need a full-time Scrum Master. If no, again, you need a Scrum Master. It's as simple as this. Now, where it's a bit different is for the rest of the organization, because the Scrum Master is expected to serve also the rest of the organization. Let's read it together. The Scrum Master serves the organization in several ways, including leading, training, coaching the organization in its Scrum adoption, planning and advising Scrum implementations within the organization, helping employees and stakeholders understand and enact an empirical approach for complex work, and removing barriers between stakeholders and Scrum teams. I think in 2025, this is what makes the role or the job title of a Scrum Master not obsolete. We need Scrum Masters for this part. The teams can be mature. The teams can handle that themselves. But the rest of the organization, now, I've seen many mature Scrum teams, but even the most mature Scrum teams, if people in the organization are also not matured in terms of agility, in terms of Scrum, this team won't be effective, simply because stakeholders, management in the organization, or other people, other managers throughout the organization are preventing the Scrum team on being effective. A simple example, they are deciding what to build. They're just pushing features and forcing the product owner, forcing the team to build these features, instead of the product owner making this decision, an informed decision with all the data available. They are pushing their agendas, the stakeholders, the managers, upper management, because that's the way we used to do things. They want control, they want to micromanage, they want reports every end of a week. They want to know how many lines of code developers are writing every single day. Yeah, the Scrum team is effective. Yeah, the Scrum team is mature, but they can't truly be effective if you have this kind of mindset throughout the rest of the organization. This is where Scrum Masters should step in, evolve the role, and focus more on the rest of the organization to then help the Scrum team. The Scrum team part is easy. Anyone can do it. The rest of the organization, that's the hard part. And that's the part that most Scrum Masters ignore. They let the Agile coaches do it. Why? It doesn't make any sense. It's written clearly in the latest version of the Scrum Guide that you should be doing it. So do it. Do it. If you feel that your role is obsolete in a team, there's so many other things that you can do with other teams, helping them increase their maturity, but also the rest of the organization. Once you're done with all the development teams, focus on the business teams. Go implement Scrum, go implement Agile, go implement Kanban. This will help your Scrum team because everyone will have the same mindset. This mindset shift is hard to do. Takes years to do, and we underestimate how much work it takes to do that. The Scrum Master role is not obsolete. The Agile coach role is not obsolete. It might be obsolete in your team because you're mature, but the rest of the organization, it would take a few decades until everyone is truly Agile, or maybe Agile will be called something else. But you see what I mean. Until then, if you want more tips, insights on Agile, Scrum, personal growth, click on the video that stands out the most on the screen right now. And I'll see you in a few seconds.